Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time. And normally at this time, I would be speaking with the lumberjack landlord, Matt from the East Coast. But hey, he is at the hospital right now celebrating the birth of his third child. So do me a favor. Let's send him and his wife and his whole family some love this morning, and leave comments below wishing him and his wife a wonderful day, speedy recovery, healthy child, all that good stuff. So let's leave him some comments below. What I'm going to attempt to do here is cover the three topics that I planned to go through with Matt. And really, it goes back to one key idea. And that key idea is getting wealthy is actually pretty simple, but in practice is very hard. So we're going to break that down in 3 sessions. The first session is going to be just a reminder of how hard it is. We're going to talk about different aspects. I had again planned to run through this with Matt, and we may do it next week. We may reschedule, do it sometime this week, but I felt it was important to get this topic out as I had planned for it. So again, getting wealthy is hard. Right? If it's easy, everybody would do it. And when I think about the aspects of becoming wealthy and the fact that it is hard, there's a lot of things that spring to mind that I just want to acknowledge and recognize. And I think by acknowledging them, you kind of put them out there and you can deal with them. In my mind, it's the things that you don't recognize that can sneak up and bite you. So the first one that I have to talk about is time, right? When you read this book, I had to reach over and grab it. And it talks about a journey to financial freedom, right? Becoming wealthy. What isn't said, at least on the title, it's covered in the book extensively, is our journey took 15 years. I can't think of many things I've done for 15 years. Consistently, day in, day out. Sure, I breathe, I eat, I do all those things, but really think about it, right? Have I been going to the gym religiously for 15 years? No, I did it a lot here and a lot there, but big gaps between it. Was I a voracious reader for 15? No, I read some, then I put them away. It's just, it takes time. This get rich quick, easy button, at least it never worked for me. I had to get on the journey. It starts as such a small trickle. There are so many twists and turns. But if you stay committed, you stay on track, you can get there. Our journey was 15 years in the making, primarily because we let our lifestyle expand. If you read our book, which I recommend, it really highlights the fact that we spent our 20s enjoying life, which really meant earn more, spend more, earn more, spend more. And that is a recipe for disaster. I equate it to the rat race, right? When you get out of school or get out of college, whatever it is, the wheel is this big. You get a raise, you make it this big, you buy nicer stuff. You live in a nicer house. You have a nicer car. Maybe you have another car. It's just keeping up with the Joneses, whatever that is. So one of the things that you really need to do is you need to control needs and wants. You need to control that. That really goes to the fact that while my first course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, is amazing, 1,000 students plus now, ever-growing Facebook community, big part of the positive impact score is vital. What is unfortunately misunderstood or not appreciated enough is the second course I created, Get Your Money Right, was really far more important to our journey. You see, I learned my market with How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, but if I didn't control my family finances, understand needs or wants, I would not have had the extra capital to keep buying. When you go from earning 100 and spending 100, and then it's 95, and it's, then this goes to 102, and then it's 91 or whatever it is, you have more savings so you can buy more stuff. That second course for $99 is vital, right? How to get started one rental at a time is how to learn a market, but getting your money right, people don't understand. needs, wants, earn, save, repeat, right? Invest, repeat. It's vital. Turning price tags into time, that is so powerful. All right, I've done plenty of videos about an $1,100 video game console, and I talked about it going broke 200K. You know, if it takes you 40 days to buy a video game because you only have your discretionary money, that's a problem, right? People, you have a certain amount of freedom dollars. You can adjust it over time, right? You take care of your needs, but you lower your wants. You keep your lifestyle intact for 5 years, you can get there. So again, our journey was 15 years in the making. I truly believe most of you can get it done in 10 or less. And if you happen to be someone that the lumberjack landlord focuses on, right, those high school and college kids, I'm here to tell you, you could get out of the rat race in 5 years. You just got to choose to commit, right? So time's a big deal, right? Next is you've got to be humble. This timeline, this 5, 10, 15-year journey, it's going to have plenty of twists and turns. And I promise you, there are going to be some painful moments. If you want to read about a painful moment that would have destroyed most people, read the book. I tell you about Norris Drive, and yes, it ends remarkably well. But that first tenant cost us 15 grand in 4 months and almost took us off our journey. I believe to this day that 95% of the folks that would have suffered our loss on that first rental would have never gone back. We did. Read the book, figure out why. But you got to be humble. You're going to make mistakes. It won't be perfect. You will overpay. You will trust the wrong contractor. You will have a tenant lie to you. You will make an exception and get burned. Learn from it. Don't make the mistake twice. Just keep moving forward. The biggest thing that I want to come out of this book, this channel, is focus. All of us have enough time to change our financial future. I teach people how to do it in 10 to 20 minutes a day. How to get started one rental at a time is changing people's lives 10 to 20 minutes a day. Just this Sunday, we celebrated students doing 8 deals in the last 7 days. It's amazing. And those are deals. Those are not offers. Those are not counters. Those are closed transactions. But it all starts with focus. I know you're busy. I was extremely busy. My wife was extremely busy. We were raising a daughter. We both worked. I was all over the world traveling. We didn't have smartphones when we started this. But still, 10 to 20 minutes a day. 20 years later, I look every day, right? I think I've missed 30 days or less in 20 years. Get after it. It's 10 to 20 minutes a day. And if you need help, if you need focus, you're too scattered, buy the course, get started, join the group. Next is you need to find a network of positive people. This is a surprising thing, right? I created a private Facebook group just for students, which you need to join, called One Rental at a Time Works. I created it, frankly, because I wanted a repository for frequently asked questions. That was my genius idea. It has morphed into so much more than that. Students now are networking. We're celebrating each other's deals. We're answering questions. The fact is, most of the time when questions are asked, I'm the 3rd, 4th, or 8th responder. And that is only going to continue as we add people every week. I am convinced that the group is worth the price of admission at $199. How to get started one rental at a time, the course listed below, focus, daily execution, but you also join a group of positive people. It's amazing. And then lastly, finding that mentor, right? There's so many people out there talking about real estate and this and that. You got to find the person that kind of clicks with you, kind of has your journey. Otherwise, you're going to be all over the place and distracted. I'm not here to claim anything other than I know the path. I've helped other people up the path. And if you're willing to do buy and hold, 10 to 20 minutes a day and focus, I'm not a bad guy to follow. And again, if you're unsure, just watch this YouTube channel. I put out original content every day on purpose to help people. If you're ready to do the work, if you're excited about the opportunities that are coming in 2021, buy the course, join the group. It's pretty amazing. So in the end, I know it's hard work. I know getting wealthy is hard. It frankly is supposed to be hard. But remember, it's simple. And we're going to talk about what I mean by simple in video number 2. So again, getting wealthy is out there. Owning assets is the key, right? If we've learned anything about the wealth gap, the people on this side have assets and the people on this side don't. Or it's on this side and this side. You get the idea. The people who own assets are where the wealth is. Being on a side without assets really means you're a consumer. And it's really tough to be a consumer in an environment of inflation. It just is, and I'm sorry. So in the end, again, I had intended to have this discussion with the lumberjack landlord. We likely will do it in the future, but I wanted to make sure this video was recorded because I took a bunch of notes. So I wanted to get it out there. All right, everybody, on to video number 2.